Never go for the guys. Oh, he was right here.
He's right. I have trackers on.
Jihadi next door. He was with Muhammad Tawid and they were doing.
I have a tracker on him.
They were doing dawah.
I couldn't find him.
So he was here. He was here. He was here. I don't like the hypocrisy because he's running over. He's running over Tommy Robinson all around the country. But you got jihadis right here, and you don't know. Come on,
I wasn't here last week anyways.
He was in the program Jihadi next door. I know you wasn't, but Tawid. Was you here last week? No. He was here.
All right, maybe you should have, done a bit more.
Listen, guys, we're around the people here. How you doing, my friend? You right? Good.
Yeah, look. No, good. Yeah.
Oh, hopefully we'll see you.
What I was going to say here, this is the crowd. We're approaching the time where Tommy Robinson is meant to be here. So I want the cameras to pick up the people here. I want to ask a question. Put your hands up if you're here to see Tommy.
No.
Oh, wait.
To support Tommy? Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, this is a good thing to see. Why? Actually, let me tell you why.
Tommy Robinson isn't a racist. He's not a racist.
The reason why this is a good thing to see is because, look, Tommy Robinson has a massive Twitter account, as you guys know, a big Facebook account, and he's been plugging this for weeks now. He's coming. He's made a video on YouTube, on Rebel Media, whatever. Plugging it. About a week, sorry, I apologize. I'll get it right this time.
Oh, go on, sorry.
All right, okay, so one of the supporters there. Apologies. I'm sorry, I apologize. No, but this is it. This, you know what this shows you guys? This is a sociological experiment. What we've been able to see here, frankly, is that Britain, London, the UK, we're at the centre point of the UK, does not support the neo-fascist agenda. Look at this. Everyone that's around, despite the fact that Tommy Robinson has tried his utmost to try and get as many people as possible. Look at this. The crowd has only a few people that have come to support him. The neo-fascist ideology is
film
dying.
over there. There's quite a few down there that
The
support him.
neo-fascist ideology is dying.
It's because Paul Golding is locked up.
Paul Golding is going.
Along with European Union.
Anyways, so this is
I'm gonna look hard, it's gonna die, pull Islam, bring Islam along to a grave. It's gonna happen. EU is gonna pull Islam down to the grave.
The swastika is not. The swastika was in India thousands of years ago.
But
It's turned.
But it's now associated.
It's not. No, it's still an Indian and Buddhist symbol. It's an Indian and Buddhist symbol. It's an Indian and Buddhist symbol.
Anyways, so what we were saying right now is,
You got a different Raj today.
guys, it's time to be mature. It's time to be mature. London is a multicultural city.
Peace from the east is coming.
There are 30 million
Peace from the east is coming.
There's 30
Islam's gonna suffer.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
30 million
you're
people
welcome.
are here in the EU that are Muslim. There are 30 million Muslims in the EU. Now the question is this, not about 30 million,
70 million.
25 million in the EU countries, not talking about Turkey and these countries, yeah? We're talking about EU countries, about 25, according to Pew, 25 to 30 million Muslims exist in the EU. Now let's just, for the sake of argument, let's agree with Tommy. What are you saying there? Yeah, let me say it one more time. Let's agree with Tommy there's a Muslim problem.
Yes, they are.
Yes, let's agree with Tom, there's a Muslim problem.
Yes.
Just like there was a Jewish problem.
Yeah.
Yes, just like there was a Jewish problem.
Buddhism,
Now there's a Muslim
Jainism,
problem. Let's agree.
Hinduism, Taoism.
Let's agree. Let's agree, no problem. So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do? Hold on, what did you say? Let me say it one more time. What are we gonna do? Because the thing is, if you believe in concepts like absolute freedom of speech, and if you believe in concepts like absolute freedom of expression, so long as there is no harm done in society, and there are Muslims living amongst you, the moment you start saying, let's have different rules for those minorities, then you should have for the majority is
Like
the moment,
Sharia.
Is the moment.
Sharia has different rules
That's
for.
a different conversation.
No, it isn't though.
It's the moment.
Sharia, we have a different. You have two different rules.
Become neo-fascist.
Fuck Sharia.
It's the moment because there's a
you pick
difference.
me.
What is fascism?
Yes, finally happens. MMA.
What kick out?
Where's my champion? Gary, I need you. You just kick my knee.
Someone get to the hospital. He's hallucinating.
I'm gonna get into you.
Look.
Fucking tag Islam.
Stop hallucinating.
Fucking tag Islam.
You've got to the hospital.
Fucking tag Islam.
Go take your medication.
Fucking tag. Fucking gangster.
Guys, hold on.
So this idea, I know there's economic and political fascism. We understand
just take my knee.
authoritarianism. And I know that Tommy Robinson and the ultra-right are not...
Go back to rice farm.
But they are saying this.
I'm
There's a
very chill.
Muslim
This guy
problem.
will not chill.
Now, the moment they start making policy recommendations is the moment they will invariably, inevitably have to start being discriminatory in their reasoning. And the moment they start being discriminatory to the Muslim minorities over and above any other group of people is the moment they have embraced a fascistic logic over and above a liberal framework.
You're wrong.
That's why.
You're wrong. They just want Muslims to be treated the same.
Perfect. If that's the case, we don't have beef. If that's the case, we're all in the same boat. Thank you, my friend.
Hindu, no beef.
We like it. It's a law enforcement issue. If you have like Hindu, no beef. Thank you.
No beef. No beef. No beef. No beef. Hindu. Hindu. Fuck Islam. Fuck Islam.
Anyway, so you see, this is it, guys. You know what's really interesting, guys? Wait a minute. Let me tell you what I find really interesting. I want to ask Tommy a question when he comes here.
I'll ask him.
And but I'm not going to ask him to MMA fight
No,
because
no,
you know I'm not going to do that. I've done it.
Well done,
He's seen
well
it.
done.
He's rejected it. We move on.
Good, good. Take that silly hat off as well. Take that silly hat off.
I'm not going to do it. All right. Don't worry. I'm not going to go down that route today. I'm not going to do it. Okay. What am I going to ask Tommy? I'm going to ask him. No, I've already asked him that.
Sure.
I don't. He doesn't.
Can we find
and it's
someone
not fair.
parked around here?
Frankly, it's not fair. Yeah. It's not fair. Unless it's 2 versus 1 or something.
No.
Which can be
I
arranged.
haven't got a problem with that.
I'm only joking. Now, what would I ask Tommy? I would actually, okay, so I agree with Tommy. What happened? Mohammed Hijab, you agree with Tommy Robinson? Okay, yeah, I agree. Tommy, we agree. Okay, we know what? We've been looking at the stats, we've seen your argument. And we agree, Tommy Robinson. We agree with you, Tommy. There's a Muslim problem, for the sake of argument. Now, what we're going to do with Muslims? If you've come here, Tommy, you've come here to talk about freedom of speech and freedom of expression. If you believe that Muslims, like any other group, deserve freedom of speech and freedom of expression, the moment you start saying shut down mosques and immigrate them, then what you've done is you've gone against the premise.
Thank you.
The premise of freedom of speech and expression.
I agree with
So that's what we say. We say that if you have,
I agree with that.
if you have an issue with Muslims, then let's make it an issue of law enforcement. Muslims, they are grooming gangs. They are.
They are, but unfortunately.
No problem. There's things that are happening in my community.
It's happened to Sikhs as well.
Exactly.
So
No, fair enough.
I
There
know
are
some
things
of
that are
them.
happening in my community which we're really unhappy about. There is an increase in terrorism. There is an increase in extremism. There is an increase in these things. There are. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Seriously. Because
we know them
Islam, according to Pew Research,
I know, it wasn't
in
from me.
2100,
No, sorry,
1 out of 3 people in the world will be
The
Muslim.
shit hits the fan with the Muslims.
Do you know what that means, guys? That if you
just
meet
go one
everyone
way.
in the world
I get
and you
it
meet
as well.
everybody,
Look how I look.
every third
You
person
think they look at me any different? I've walked into trains and they look at me like...
in our grandchildren's lives. Okay.
You know our pain.
So when we're looking at
I know,
sociological
100%,
statistics, yeah, you'll
man.
find trends with Muslims. You'll find trends with blacks. Wait a minute, what did you say? Kamet? No, I'll tell you one more time. You'll find trends with blacks. If you look, you look at knife crime. On the face of it, sociologically, it might seem that black people are overrepresented in jails and knife crime. It might be the case that if we look at Jewish communities, that integration is also a so-called problem, according to. If you look at X community, Y community, but this is what we say. We say, look, this is not a problem of race, and this is not a problem of religion. It's an issue of circumstance. The reason why black people are more likely to commit knife crime is not because they're intrinsically, predisposed to that. It's because of circumstance, because of the history, of what they've been through. And the same thing with Muslims. Look at foreign policy. What Robert Pape said in his book Dying to Win is fundamentally important. He said the reason why there has been an increase in terrorism and suicide bombing is because of foreign policy. That's his position. He's one of the most renowned academics. And by the way, he said that suicide bombing was more for Hindus than it was for Muslim groups. And he done a large-scale sociological study and produced probably the longest record. So what we're saying is this: why do we have to label? The moment you start saying this is a Muslim problem, a black problem, a Sikh problem, a Jewish problem, it's the moment we realize now you have an agenda. you start having an agenda. So here, that's where neo-fascism is used as a label, because now you're overemphasizing certain motifs, certain themes and motifs, and in order to suppress certain minority groups. That's why it's called neo-fascism. The difference between a neo-fascist,
Dan looks educated now.
the difference between a neo-fascist, right, and a liberal who believes in free speech and freedom of expression is this distinction. It's a fine line.
It's a world problem.
It's
I don't have same problem in the whole world.
I can't understand the language you're speaking.
I'm speaking Chinese. Yes.
We're not in China.
We don't have Muslim problem. We have Muslim problem in the whole world.
Okay.
We don't have Sikh problem in the whole world. We don't have Hindus problem in the whole world. But Muslim problem is a global problem. Every country.
And dogs.
What I want the crowd to do today, what I request the crowd, people like, and the rest of the people, we the Muslim community, look, I have to be honest with you, right? We have grievances. Yes, we have grievances. Yeah. We want to express those grievances in places like this. He's come here. Do you know what he said in the video, Tommy Robinson? He said that Tommy Robinson said in the video.
That's why it's coming. One
He
belt,
said
one
that
road.
this
Fake
place has
right.
become like a
We don't
mosque
eat.
because we pray in the corner, you know. And he's not happy
He's
with the
from
fact
the
that
East
Muslims are
coming, and you
expressing
don't even know
themselves in the context of Speaker's Court.
You know, you look, as a regular, there's a problem with free speech here, and you know that.
I know, Raj. You're right.
You know that.
I agree, Raj. But what I was going to say is this.
£5.
We know. This is the point. The moment neo-fascists see people of a minority complexion, let's say, start taking advantage of the same rights that they don't want them to take advantage of, they start labeling them. Oh yes, yes. Okay, let's talk about that.
Come in the middle, come in the middle.
Good, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. No, that's good. No, leave him, leave him. Now, thank you for that. It's a good contribution. People are saying that Muslims are a protected group. Thank you very much. Now, do you know one of the things that Tommy Robinson said? I was reading his Twitter and I found this abhorrent.
Now you ignoring what I
No, I'm going to come to what you said. Oh, thank you, sir. No, seriously, I'm here to educate and address your concerns. No, I will talk about it. Fine.
Like a robot.
Fine, thank you, sir. All right, fine. I'll address what you said.
We're frustrated, mate.
We believe maybe you're right. Maybe there is an issue of what you just said. Yeah. Okay, no problem. What we would say those. Look, if you're talking about Muslims.
are right.
Yes, maybe.
Right group.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. But what I was going to say was this. Look, listen, guys. Seriously.
You're right. You're right.
If we're talking about Muslims
I love rice.
as
love
a
rice.
world population,
Go.
look at the Rohingya in Burma. Do you know what Tommy Robinson said about the Rohingya in Burma? I'll come to it, my friend. Just give me a second. What he said about the Rohingya in Burma, and it's on his Twitter. I'll put it on the description. You put it on the description. He said that the Rohingya, the so-called persecuted Rohingya, are actually terrorists. The UN has said about the Rohingya that they're the most persecuted individuals in the world because of what they've been through. Now, when you can't see injustice when it's right in front of your eyes, and you're willing to kind of overgo that in order to push and peddle this neo-fascistic agenda, that's when I think you've lost your humanity. How could you? How could he? How dare he? How would he? How could we stand this? That we're talking about all these people being killed. We're talking about all of these people being butchered and exiled from their homeland. And then he would say that they're so-called persecuted minority and they're actually terrorists. I went to Cox's Bazar. I went to the border with Burma and I met the women. I met the women who had seen their children being killed and persecuted and thrown into fires. Are these terrorists as well? I mean, this is where people have lost their humanity. It's called collective guilt. It's another principle by which and through which neo-fascists attempt to capture the agenda. Because it's freedom of speech, I can speak about neo-fascists. So this is what they use, collective guilt. That's why they burn the Jews. That's why they burn the Jews. That's why they're burning the Burmese. That's why they're burning the Rohingya. And that is the agenda that this man wants to bring to this country.
Hey, Tommy Robinson.
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Alright, can I just
This is my opinion. Yes.
I don't agree with the racists. There are real racists, yeah. Generation identity, I spoke to them last week. They want to get rid of all the Muslims in Europe. I don't agree with that, man.
Good, excellent.
Yeah,
So that's
I
fine.
confront him, I said, how are you going to get rid of them? then it'll be me next.
With respect, I don't want to talk about your
Hold
views here.
on. Can I say something? You're accusing Tommy Robinson here of being a fascist and a racist.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what
Answer the
There's nothing you can say to me.
Answer.
There's nothing you can say to me. There's nothing worse than killing a
Is there anyone that would like to hear the answer to the question?
Answer the question. There's nothing you can say.
Was Mohammed right or wrong? Okay.
You believe it's
Answer
kill
this.
babies.
Don't touch
There's
me.
nothing
Don't
you can
touch
say.
him.
Okay,
Why is he
come on,
touching
look at
him?
me.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Was Mohammed right or
Your
wrong?
book says you can kill babies.
Answer the question.
When he
But you
had
practically did it.
his followers.
Islam practically did it.
Answer the question.
Islam practically did it.
He doesn't want to answer the
Islam
question.
practically did it.
Was Mohammed right or wrong when he
You can kill
permitted rape?
babies. You can kill babies. What are
Okay,
you talking to me for?
I'll give you an example.
What are you talking about?
According to the hadith, Abu Dawud 2150 and Sahih al-Muslim
He believes you can kill babies. And infants.
3. The Apostle of
Who was
Allah
Ali Asgar?
sent a military expedition to Atwas on the occasion of the Battle of Hunain. They met their enemy and fought with them. They defeated them and took them captives. Some of the companions of the Apostle
That's Samuel 1,
were
115.
reluctant
Deal with that.
to have intercourse with the female captives. That's called rape.
Excuse me.
By the
This
way,
is what practically Muhammad did.
in the presence
Don't
of their husbands.
Excuse me.
In the presence. Unbelievers.
Hold on.
So Allah, the Exalted, sent down the Quranic verse, Surah 4:24 was the verse that we started with that he said he disagreed with. So I'll ask you again, stop touching me. Answer the question. Was Mohammed right for permitting his followers to have sex with female captive slaves? Yes or no? Answer. Answer.
There's a verse in Samuel 15.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No. What are you talking
Answer the
about?
question.
Go to the
Why are you
What are you talking
fighting to answer the question?
Hold on. Doesn't your verse in Samuel say?
Okay, he doesn't want to answer.
No.
You're not letting me speak.
Answer the question. You're asked about the hadith. Notice, he said I was lying.
But you know what?
Did you hear him say I was lying? I was just quoting his hadith.
This is a
So if
lie.
I'm lying,
According to
his
him,
hadiths are
according to
lying.
him, this is a lie.
If I'm lying, his Quran is lying.
Yes, you are right. That's
Answer the question.
Since you're not letting me speak, I'm going to go. All I'm going to say is that.
Okay,
Hold
he's
on.
running away.
I'm going to leave you with your verse.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you with your verse of your book. Yes?
Don't go to the Bible, mate.
Hold on.
Deal with the Quran.
He's here to This is a man who is here to give power. I implore you, as the kuffar, as a man of ignorance, educate me about Islam. Explain this hadith to me.
Why are you so afraid of
Bible.
speaking?
I want to learn the truth of Islam.
Listen.
Can I answer this question? Answer the question.
Ever Everlasting Lord. Everlasting. Everlasting.
Okay, playtime is over. Playtime is over.
Okay.
Okay.
Answer the question.
Okay. So I'm going to say this to you. You can't chat to me.
Answer.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I'm going to leave you with your book.
Everyone
Hold
wants to
on.
answer the question.
Hold on. You have
Everyone
We don't want to learn.
Speak.
We want to learn.
Why won't you speak?
We want to learn.
We'll let you speak. Answer the question. Just answer the question.
We want to learn Quran.
We're not letting you speak because you're not answering the question.
We want to learn Quran and
Have their own prophet.
Come on.
Is the Dawah team
We want to learn
ashamed
your
of their
Quran
own
and
book?
Hadith.
They are ashamed to defend their own religion because their religion is shameful. Their religion is unjust. Their prophet was an unjust man. No one of a good conscience can follow this example. Jesus, in a time when slavery was normal, never had a slave.
He's not going to let me speak. He's not going to let me
Never
speak.
had a slave.
Answer the question.
Answer the question. He's going to answer the question.
Shut up, mate. Shut up.
Don't talk about the Bible.
You're talking about morality, yes? You're talking about morality. Hold on. How can you speak to me when your book says...
Answer the question. Are you proud of the teachings of your prophet?
Yes. We are proud of our teachings of the Prophet. Yes.
Perhaps the mighty Ali Dawah, the champion of the Dawah team, will answer the question. You have had your chance. I want to talk to Ali Dawah. Come forward, Ali. Okay, Ali, I want to ask you a question.
I'm going to go.
No, it's finished. I want to ask you. I know, it's finished. I want to ask you. You can't answer. You can go. If you can't answer, you can go. Come here, I want to ask you.
Finish with him. And guys, no shouting. No shouting. We talk.
Ali Dawah.
You have proven that Muhammad was an immoral person. Immoral person.
So the great scholar
You proved
of the Islamic Dawah team.
You proved this.
I want to ask you this question, Ali Dawah.
Let me finish my statement.
You proved this that Muhammad was an immoral person.
Are you going to let him talk?
I'm going to finish.
No, he's not answering.
Let him talk.
He's not
Hit the
answering.
like button, baby. Hit the like
Allow him to
button.
talk.
And if you ain't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We're gonna have more debates later on.
Why not?
We want to know Quran and Hadith.
Why don't you let him talk? Bob, why
We want to know Quran and Hadith. You proved it.
What took Robinson did by that? Answer the question. Answer the question.
You proved it.
I'm going to ask the question.
I'm going to call Robbers and
Ali Dawah says that I should answer the question. Those of you that have been here
Answer the question.
for the last 30 minutes, you heard me answer his question twice.
What are you
Three
afraid
times.
of?
Answer
He
the
has
question.
not answered my question once.
What are you afraid of? Let me read it. Let me read it.
We've already heard.
Answer the question first. Answer the question.
Stop. So,
You're an Islamophobe. You're an Islamophobe.
So, listen carefully. You're a Christopher. This man is a Christopher.
What happened to freedom of speech? What happened to freedom of speech? What is the problem? No freedom of speech.
Dawah
So can we talk?
shout people down every week. They suddenly want freedom of speech.
But he is already proven that Muhammad is an immoral person.
Ali Dawah.
You have already
Why are you afraid to have one person?
You have already proven.
I would only one person.
We want the answer from Quran.
Right.
We want the answer from Quran. We want the answer from Quran.
That's who I am, Ali Dawa. Yes.
Hey, Ali, stroke your beard again, mate. Stroke your beard again.
You asked me who I am, and then Ali Dawa. Ali Dawa.
Ali Dawa is a self-propagandist who endangered an innocent family
More than one.
because of his
Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Grow up!
You're an idiot.
Can we talk now? Can we talk now? Ad hominem. Personal attack. Can we talk?
Ali Dawa.
Why are you afraid to talk? Why are you afraid to talk? You are afraid to talk. Coward. Coward. I am happy to talk about my religion. Let's talk about Islam. Let's talk
That's all you want to talk about.
Let's talk about Islam.
This is Ali Dawa.
What do you agree with?
Do you know what? The
Islamic Dawa team here at Speaker's Corner.
Guys, new conversation.
Ali Dawa.
He's got a podcast.
Don't run.
Right, so now I'm asking you to prove it's real, right? So you tell me who was with Muhammad when he went to Saudi to get the Quran? Who witnessed it? Yeah, my name's Kevin. Go on.
Yeah, family, you know it's getting crazy out here. And Tommy Robinson has yet to arrive, yeah. But everybody is here supporting freedom of speech, and we love it, man. We love it. We have everybody here. So let's get it in, family. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. We're gonna have loads more of these debates going on all throughout the day. So please stay tuned, okay? I'm actually gonna cut out now. I'm gonna cut out, okay? But if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button right now, yeah? And you get to know, baby. Get to know. We're here. Speaker's Corner. Everybody's here. Everybody is here. Can you see the sea of people? And it's still early. Listen, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button now. You know how we do. Oh man, love. Hit the like button as well. Let everybody know that we're going live later on as well, okay? Kiss Spence Productions, baby. Kiss Spence Productions. All right, see you lot later. Peace.
Far right person.